Bunch of sleepy boys, huh?
Yeah, the rare Sunday evening show.
I was literally debating doing this at seeing if you guys want to do it in the morning at 7:30.
Zero chance that would have worked. No way.
Yeah, there's no way.
Especially on Monday. All right, I need either someone to argue with me or to confirm my opinion here. I don't think that Monday is the worst day of the week.
It's Tuesday, right?
Okay. I'm. Are you saying that because I've said this to you before, or because you agree and you think that Tuesday is the worst?
No, it's when I had the soul-sucking job working at a desk. It was like Monday. It was like, all right, it already has that negative connotation to it. You're just like, all right, it is what it is.
Monday.
Exactly. You're not doing as much work, and then all of a sudden Tuesday comes around. It's the most expected production from your company, and you're the furthest point away from actually getting off the weekend. Also, you never get Tuesdays off usually. It's Mondays. You'll get a Monday off here and there. Like if you got a long weekend, fuck Monday. I'll just go back, and then your Tuesday is the day.
Labor Day, Memorial Day. Yeah. Tuesday is always the worst day of the week.
Yeah,
unless you're right too about the Tuesday being the most expected from you at work. Like when I used to forecast, basically human capital, like hours is how we ranked our business, and it was always Tuesday was expected to be the most billed hours of the week on that day.
Ugh, brutal. I hate talking company corporate structures and goals. You need to dude, we're here to get away from that, so let's fucking change the subject immediately.
You're an asshole though if you schedule a meeting on a Monday before noon. There should be a written rule you cannot schedule a meeting on Monday until after lunchtime. Because I hate when people schedule at 8:30 on a Monday. I'm like, absolutely not.
Completely agree. But I've literally never been excited to get a calendar invite. So really, I could just shorten your sentence to, if you schedule meetings, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Fuck
I've
meetings.
literally never been to a meeting that couldn't have been an email.
Yeah.
And then you have it all written out. Notes are basically
exactly. I can go
too.
back to it.
Reference, refer, and then just refer to my last email. God, everyone's fucking
as per my last email. Yes,
yeah,
correct.
The most fuck you statement in politically correct workplace. Please refer to my last email, you fucking idiot.
I could argue with you about that because I think that the most condescending thing you can say to somebody in the workplace is, "Help me understand. Help me understand what you were thinking here. Help me understand your point of view."
Per my last email.
I will throw up on your desk if you say that to me.
So work, we're no longer talking about that. I'm just done with it because it's not Monday or Tuesday. So fuck that. Sunday, we will not be doing any more Sunday episodes probably for a while because fucking football is coming back sooner than you think, people. Practices start tomorrow. So we're about to see
I can tell.
They already did, but yeah.
Brick's already kicked off his fantasy league, I can tell. Otherwise, he wouldn't be talking about this right now.
Oh yeah, no, I had that activated a few weeks ago, and now I'm just a contagious bug. John, my roommate, every time I'm just listening to a podcast, it's football, and then I'm just like, yo, football, are you kidding me? And then he's just like, I can't do it. It's too early. I can't be doing any studying. Can't talk about football. I can't. I'm going to get too jacked up and overthink it. And now he's just addicted. And now he can't stop looking at fantasy football stuff. I did the same thing with Simpson too. I started talking to him and he texted me the next day, I was at your house actually. And he's like, fuck you, dude. I can't stop talking about or thinking about fantasy football now. That's why I'm texting you. You're a piece of shit. I'm like, I'm contagious, baby. Football. You kidding me?
When is Hard Knocks back? That's got to be soon.
Yeah, no, it's I think the first week in August, maybe August 10th, maybe.
What team is it this year? Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Didn't they do no, they did Houston. Never mind.
They have a really weird list of reasons why you can or cannot. Like if you made the playoffs, you're not eligible unless you volunteer. If you hire a new coach within the first, I think, 2 years, you're not eligible to be selected.
No, well, Mike McCarthy was a new coach last year, wasn't he? So I guess it's I don't think it's 2 years. I think it's just
1 year.
Maybe 1 year.
Yeah. I know they do have a coach rule about that, but it's weird. Like if you did it the year before, or I don't know, it sucks because the good teams that you actually want to see never get it because they're always in the playoffs.
Well, this one's not bad, even though it's an NFC East team. That whole division is just like wide open, just up in the air. You don't know what the hell's going on. Is the Washington football team still the favorite, you think? Or would you go with Dallas?
What about Philly?
Fuck
You never
Philly.
know.
I know.
Guys
Yeah, they got the Heisman, Devonta Smith, and they got Jalen Hurts, who has potential, but like, I don't know. I think he was 1-3 last year, but again, that's the Eagles, and they were terrible anyway. And they blew the game where he was in as quarterback, and then they just like pulled him because they wanted a better pick. They got Devonta Smith out of it. I think they made a trade too to get him.
Speaking of, I completely just lost my train of thought.
Is Liv Schreiber still doing Hard Knocks? Liv Schreiber, whatever his name is.
I think the only year he didn't was when Paul Rudd did it, right? Because it was the Chiefs season, and he's
Paul
a huge
Rudd.
Chiefs fan.
What the fuck? I didn't watch that one.
That's what it was. Maybe
that's crazy.
Maybe he did like the Super Bowl. It doesn't matter. I completely lost my flight. We're all idiots right now. It's Sunday.
Dude.
My brain is completely fried. I'm an emotional wreck from a movie with Nick Cage and a pig.
Oh my
What the
god.
fuck?
The Chucky trailer for the sci-fi series just dropped. I can't believe we're not going to be able to talk about this. I feel like we should pause and watch it.
We can watch it. Why don't we watch it live?
Why did we stop doing that? Are we going to get pulled off YouTube if we started doing that?
I don't know. I would think that if we're broadcasting this somewhere that they'd be happy because we're kind of promoting their product.
Yeah.
Why don't we let me look into that, and by next week maybe we can start maybe like one a week. We pick our favorite trailer and we watch that live.
Yeah,
That would be a bad idea. Yeah,
we can kind of pause it at certain points and say what we like about it.
I'm down. Yeah, you think all the that's literally like marketing material, isn't it? Like they want you to look at and stream and share.
Yeah, they don't get mad like if you post it on your Instagram and shit. So why would they care about this?
Dude, this Chucky series on Sci-Fi, I'm just when you're on YouTube and you put your cursor over the thumbnail and it like will play the first 5 seconds of the trailer or like clips of the trailer. All it is just it's this kid picking up Chucky and Chucky's like whispering in his ear. Like he's whispering something fucked up right now. He's like, just kill everyone in the classroom. Holy fuck. This is
Tommy. Yeah.
I didn't hate the last Chucky. I thought it was decent. It had some good ideas. It had Aubrey Plaza instead of a demon, like the soul of a killer. It was like an AI robot type thing.
Yeah. I hate all Chucky movies. They're so dumb and bad.
I think what you mean is you're just really scared of them.
Frightened by a little doll that I guess can't be killed.
I don't feel like you can ever trust short people. I feel like they can hide. They're sneaky. They're inherently sneaky. And I tell my wife this all the time because she's like 5'0". It's just like something about them. Just it doesn't sit well with me. You can't trust short people, people who don't curse, people who don't have a vice. Like if you don't gamble or drink or something, everybody's got something.
People who cook burgers medium well or well done.
Yeah, if you overcook meat, you're out.
Peace. Don't ever talk to me.
Those people are going to heck. And you know who else is going to heck? Mark.
Why?
Rick, I want to speak directly to you here now because I got a question.
Oh, God.
Is there anything worse than when you're super excited for something? Like, say, Rick and Morty comes back and you get a few episodes and it's like your Sunday night ritual. That's what you're going to do on Sunday night. You're going to watch the new Rick and Morty, but you turn it on and you realize there's no new episode this week. Is there anything worse than that feeling?
Are you telling me that's what's happening this week? Will there be no Rick and Morty this week?
I think there will be, but I'm kind of walking a fine line here because I'm about to call Mark out for doing that to me because I read Deceased that he let me borrow, and he gave me the full trade. It has all of the Deceased in it. I read it and I posted in our Discord how great it was and how much I loved it. And I was like, fuck, man, I really wish there was more of it. And then he was like, oh, but there is. There isn't.
There is?
Oh.
What do you mean?
I looked through all of it. That is all that there is. Everything that you gave me is all of Deceased. The issues, the issue names that you sent me were the individual issue names.
Oh, whoopsies.
Mark ruined a night for me. Like I sat down with a glass of wine and I had my tablet. I was going to flip through some comics, hit up Comixology, see what I could find. And by the time I got through it and realized that there was no more of this, I was so devastated that I just didn't read.
Dark Days. The same thing happened to me, except for I did it to myself. Go ahead. I'll let you go ahead and prove yourself.
Okay.
Right.
You are... No, you're wrong. You can go on Amazon right now and buy Deceased Dead Planet. That's the follow-up to Deceased, that first one I gave you. And then there's another follow-up to that one, Deceased Unkillables. That one comes out August 25th, but there's one that's out already.
That one's not out. You said Dead Planet. Dead Planet was an issue. It doesn't matter. We'll take this offline and I'll argue about it when I actually find the answer.
There's more. I know there's more.
As in the chat, he's offering to check on it. So they're
going to make an omnibus, though. Eventually, they'll make like one whole thing.
I think there were 6 issues in the one that you gave me. So if there's any more than that,
no, there are.
And I will apologize, and I will take you out of the realm of heck. But as of now, you're a piece of shit, and I hate you.
There are definitely.
So I think Wilpo did this to me on accident. He said something about Cobra Kai season 4 in the chat. I never saw Cobra Kai, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll check out Cobra Kai and see what's good. And then it was like, I didn't check any of the episodes, but I like started watching it and got instantly hooked. And all of a sudden I'm like cruising through and they just get to the very end of the season 3. I'm just like, can't wait for season 4. Going to be sick. And then it was only 3 seasons out. And I was just like absolutely devastated because it leaves on the best cliffhanger of all time.
That's coming back soon though. It's like early 2022. They cranked a lot of seasons of Cobra Kai out.
Fuck yeah. Such a good show. If anyone hasn't seen it, oh man, so good.
Okay, fair enough.
Almost as good as my recommendation, Ted fucking Lasso, because it's honestly the best show.
Ellie wants to start watching that.
To us. Boop. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you guys off. I'm just very excited to get to the end where we talk about Pig.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys, I sent you some trailers. This Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf trailer is the anime version on Netflix. I am here for all of the Witcher lore. I love the trailer. You guys talked about the actual Witcher trailer when I was out for the week, but I just want all of this. It sucks that it took so long, or it is taking so long for us to get season 2 of The Witcher because that show was incredible, and I need more of Henry Cavill in a bathtub.
It looks like, and it might just be made by the same animators that are doing Castlevania. It literally has the exact same Netflix type. It is Netflix, the same Netflix animation style that we've been getting with everything that they're putting out for their original animated properties. But it looks amazing. I'm down for this. I'm kind of mad that I haven't started because Netflix has been doing a lot of anime, and I'm kicking myself because I haven't started Castlevania yet. This looks fucking awesome, and I know they have other good animes out there. But yeah, this looks amazing. They
do throw a lot of money into their animated division, and specifically like Japanese style anime. I did watch the first episode of Masters of the Universe. The animation style on that is incredible. The show is kind of iffy so far, so we'll see. We'll see if I make it through that. But I do. They do animation well, and they do a shitload of it. So
yeah.
Rick, this is video game territory. You watched season 1 of Witcher, didn't you?
I did, and it was good. I liked the Henry Cavill version. I'm excited for season 2. The anime stuff I don't follow too closely with it. The only one I watch is like One Punch Man, which is fucking hilarious. But I don't know. I just don't. Is it gonna coincide? Is it like a deeper version? Is it a deeper lore, if you will, of just The Witcher itself? Should you kind of have a better understanding of the universe, or is it completely individual? I don't know.
My understanding is that this takes place a couple hundred years before the actual Witcher show. So that would be around the time of Witcher 3 if you're going by the video games. And this goes into the Wolf School, which is where Geralt of Rivia comes from. And there's Vesemir in there and a few of the other Witchers and the guys who trained Geralt. And somehow they made Vesemir like attractive, even though all of these guys are supposed to be super deformed, fucked up people. But Mark, it was one of those things where I would have been like, actually, when you guys were talking about it, though, but you were talking about when Henry Cavill's eyes like go black.
Yeah.
And I think you called it magic or something, but it's the potions that he takes.
Oh, I think I just said he was like a demon, like demonic looking.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, this is Geralt's mentor. Geralt. What's his name? Geralt? No,
Geralt.
Geralt.
Yeah.
Nice. And I didn't know it was going to be a movie. Did you say that? I thought it was a
I
series.
don't believe I said that, but
Yeah, it's a film. 88 minutes.
Should we do the other Netflix show that just kind of came out with a new movie trailer today?
oh, you want to do Army of the Army of the Dead spin-off?
Army of Thieves.
It's another heist movie. I'm in for it. And we all liked the Dieter character, didn't we?
I loved the Dieter character. I thought he was the most interesting character of the bunch, actually. Like,
And
they're making an Army of the Dead without Batista as the lead and this little hilarious little safe cracker.
I saw Natalie Emanuel, the lovely Natalie Emanuel as well from Game of Thrones and the Fast franchise. I'm in for this. I mean, I know it's Zack Snyder, so he'll end up doing something weird where the zombies are banging or something, but that's what you sign up for when you watch a Zack Snyder movie. That's what you're getting.
Agreed. And I didn't realize that this was. I didn't look at the title or anything like that. But when I saw Dieter, the character, I was like, "Oh, nice! It's that guy." I think wasn't he from like that Netflix show? And then like I started to connect the dots. I was like, "Oh shit! Is he? This is an actual spinoff connected to the universe." Fuck yeah!
It looked like it was like an instant follow up to Army of the Dead. Is he like getting out of that safe? Because the last we saw him, he was in the safe, right? He was stuck in the vault.
This is a prequel.
Oh, a prequel. Okay, maybe he's just doing his, Robin shit, I guess.
I will confirm that right now.
So does that mean we're not going to get zombies? Because there weren't technically in Army of the Dead, the zombies just started happening, didn't they?
So it's kind of weird because did they contain? They never really say did they contain the zombie outbreak in Las Vegas because they dropped all those shipping containers like around the outside of the city,
and they nuked the very end too. So
yeah, maybe they killed them all. I'm just gonna Army of the Dead.
Isn't there supposed to be an actual direct sequel to Army of the Dead, and then this is just like an actual spinoff?
I believe that the follow-up to Army of the Dead, this is so convoluted. I believe that it's going to be an anime TV series that's the follow-up. This is the prequel.
Oh my god, okay.
I can't fucking keep all this straight.
They're putting it in the romantic comedy heist genre. So maybe there's some romantic connection between him and
Natalie Emanuel.
Natalie Emanuel, yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's the case. Otherwise, they were just like, "Hey, you want to make out?" She's like,
"Takes place 6 years before the events of Army of the Dead during the beginning stages of the zombie outbreak and follows Ludwig Dieter in his early days of safecracking."
Yeah, there you go. This looks mediocre, but it's a heist movie, and I'm going to watch it. So,
same.
Brick, this next one seems like it's up your alley. Vacation Friends, because John Cena is being a weirdo and doing blow.
Yes, and Rel also is in this, and I think it's just going to be a funny. I actually really like the concept of it. It's just you got vacation friends. They went on this weird, epic vacation, and they just did a bunch of wild shit with this annoying couple that just kind of was around, but it is kind of funny little wacky relationship. But it's also happening at a wedding, so you get a good comedy movie has a wedding involved, and then it has just other crazy events that happen at the same time. It's hard to miss on those. I feel so I'm here for it. Give me all this. I like John Cena. He's got good comedic chops too.
He has great comedic chops. I've been watching Wipeout lately, and he's good on that with Nicole
Kidman.
No, she's a comedian. She's very funny. Have you ever when you were in Hawaii, did you make couple friends that you thought you would talk to still that you don't?
No, not in Hawaii specifically. It's more you make friends when you're out doing party, more or less, vacations. This is in Mexico on an all-inclusive resort. I don't know. I didn't make any friends in Hawaii. I was just kind of doing my thing.
I like this premise because I feel like anyone who's ever gone to an all-inclusive resort or a vacation where there's other couples, you befriend some couple, and you get drunk together, have a great time, and you're talking about an upcoming wedding or when you come to Chicago, let me know and we'll hang out, things like that. It never fucking happens. And it's but what if it did happen? What if these friends showed up and were we're here? What the fuck would you do?
Our spring break vacation friends. like all those people from Iowa
Yeah.
when we went.
Where you
That'd
get
be
completely
fucking random.
obliterated. You're like, wait, did I just invite them to our wedding? Fuck.
Right? Yeah.
If you saw any of those people that you went to the Bahamas, right? Like if you saw any of those people you hung out with now, do you think you'd even recognize them?
Some, I would say some.
Because you were probably so blacked out the entire time you were there. And it's been 10 years.
Yeah. But like when we were in Mexico, that was just like we had two groups of people that stayed at this hotel, basically. And then we kind of just partied together the whole time. You were there, Mark, right?
In
Yeah.
the Bahamas?
No,
I didn't go. I didn't go to that trip.
No, I'm talking about
Mexico?
Puerto Vallarta.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
When the guy got taken by the cartel or like had to go like get his money taken.
Dude,
That
Robin, yeah, was taken by the cartel, and he bargained with them because, well, first of all, he faked a panic attack in the cab because there was one guy speaking English out of this little like cartel trio that when they were robbing him, they took him to the ATM. The ATM only allowed him to take out like $300. That was the max, and they're like, we want more, so they took him. We're taking him to like one of the convenience stores, and we're gonna have him just charge something and get cash back. Robin starts having a panic attack, and he's like,
Are you sure he was faking a panic attack, or was he like actually panicking?
Dude, knowing Robin, he was faking it because they took his phone, and Robin was like, I couldn't let them have my phone. Like, there's no way I was letting them get away with my phone. So he faked a panic attack so he could be like, yo, all my prescription information is in there. I need it in case I need to get like medication. And they gave it back to him. But then they went to this convenience store, and Robin went in. I'm going on with the story, but Robin goes into the convenience store with the guy that spoke English. Supposedly he was actually kind of like, I won't say a nice guy, but he was
chill about it.
He felt bad for Robin because like Robin did this whole panic attack thing, and he thought this like he was really like struggling to fucking breathe and stuff. Whatever. They go in there and they're like, the guy speaking Spanish to him. Yeah. And they go in there and he's like, they said, go buy one of those flat screen TVs, and Robin's looking, and they're all like $500, $600.
And we're in college too. So poor.
Robin convinces the guy, he's like, dude, I need enough money so I can get my medication. Can I just get this microwave for them and be done with this? And the guy's like, you know what? Forget it. He's like, I gotta get this guy out of here. He's like, yeah, just get that microwave. Robin ends up like buying them an $80 microwave. They go back into a parking garage, and the other two guys, I guess, left for a little bit. So they meet there, and they're all yelling back and forth at the one guy that spoke English and Spanish. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, you got a microwave? Like, we told him to get a flat screen. Robin just like sets down supposedly the microwave, and like they handed him back his wallet, and then that was it. So I think I got away with like $300 in a microwave.
Why wouldn't you just like walk up to somebody in the store and be like, Policia?
Because they had like guns and like they were on them. Like, what was this convenience store going to do? No.
It's easy for me to say I wasn't in the scenario. So I shouldn't.
If you're listening to this right now and you're like, Mark, I don't fucking believe a word you're saying, because first of all, it sounds like you're making this up on the fly because you know so many of these details. Just know this guy has told me this story at least 25 times. Not directly to me, but when I'm out with him and somebody brings up Mexico, boom, this guy just starts telling this story instantly. That's how I know these details.
Until you meet Robin, and you're like,
yeah, and that too. You got to meet this guy.
Yeah. I will say nothing beats though. I will just like a quick. Only Mark and I saw this was Elastic's face coming down the zip lining when that small little child was supposed to catch him, and he couldn't stop, so he was like freaking doing this on the zip line. And it was so good. Best face I've ever. It's the funniest face I've ever seen in my life.
Great. Should we get back to trailers then?
Sure.
All right. Mark, I need them to stop showing me scenes from Dune, because now they're ruining the jokes.
What are the jokes? I didn't really get that.
They're all like deadpan. And like at one point, Jason Momoa looks at Timothée Chalamet and he's like, oh, you're putting on some muscle. And Timothée Chalamet looks at him and goes, really? And he goes, no.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been funny in the moment if I was into the characters in the actual movie theater. But now it's ruined for me. Josh Brolin had another deadpan line. Just stop it. Put the fucking movie out. I'll watch it. Stop ruining it.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the trailer because of the note that you put in there.
Smart. Yeah.
I'm curious to see how Timothy Chalamet is going to be as Paul. Like listening to the audiobook, I don't know. He seems so far kind of stale in the trailer. Like he's just got no. Paul is kind of like that. Like he just has no emotion and is just boring. Kind of, it seems like in the trailers. He's like, I don't know, no personality kind of thing. We'll see.
Sorry, Azrael's hitting me up in Discord about the DC thing.
There should be at least 3 or 4 of these. There's one out right now.
Let's talk about this movie. Actually, this is an interesting concept. The Last Duel, starring Adam Driver, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Julie. I think her name is Comer. I think that's how it is. She's also going to be the one who's starring opposite Ryan Reynolds in Free Guy. But this is like medieval times, and Adam Driver, I don't know, accosts or sexually assaults Matt Damon's wife, and obviously they have to fight to the death now. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, could you tell this is a Ridley Scott directed film by like the gray fucking hue that's over?
And it's not just Ridley Scott that does that. It's especially like these medieval times things. Like they just think that everything was gray back then. What did we watch? King of Scotland. King of Scotland was basically exactly the same way.
The Netflix thing?
Yeah. You remember? Yeah.
Is that what it's called? I don't know.
I think it was also, wasn't it also?
It was just called The King. The King.
There was that one.
Timothy Chalamet.
There was another one.
Chalamet.
Yeah, the King was the Chalamet one. There was another one.
Have we ever?
That's with Chris Pine, right? That's what you're talking about.
Yes, and the guy from Bright who starred with Will Smith, he was the orc.
Is this uncharted waters for Matt Damon and Ben Affleck? Have we ever seen them in like a lore type movie where, especially like going back as far as the medieval times? See their fucking haircuts?
Matt Damon's done it. That's a good question, but I almost didn't recognize either of them with their extra weird facial hair. Like Matt Damon only has this weird goatee and nothing else.
He's got a giant scar on his face. It's so funny because before you brought up Ridley Scott as the director, the first thing that came to mind as I finished the trailer, I was like, damn, it kind of gives me like Gladiator vibes. Like it could be, like that'd be like its ceiling, I feel, would be like up to Gladiator, and it was like glorious and fantastic. And now that I realize that that's the same director, they have like the same kind of cinematography that made me feel that way. That's actually kind of funny that it comes full circle. So
dude, I think this looks pretty good.
Looks fucking good, dude.
It does look good. I thought Matt Damon was Theo Vaughn for a second.
Oh my god, yeah, he
doesn't he look just like Theo Vaughn?
A little bit.
He does.
I'm glad you guys know who Theo Vaughn is, because I'm like, all right, this won't make sense if you don't know who he is.
Google him. He's a very funny comedian.
He's fucking hilarious. I love him.
His whole bit is he basically just acts like he's the stupidest person on the planet, but he's very convincing.
Yeah,
very much so.
All right, Demonic. This is another big name director, Neil Blomkamp, who did like District 9 and Chappie. He does these kind of subversive type movies. And this one's interesting. What I took from this is the main character's mother went on a killing spree at one point, and she's been institutionalized ever since. And now the daughter has the chance to go talk to her and like explore her mind via this experimental contraption that will let her into her brain. But when she gets in there, she finds out that there's a demon, and then they send in military guys to shoot the demon.
Okay.
I think.
But what they did that I thought was pretty interesting was the actual CGI behind it. It made this woman kind of she was unsure of like her actual, if she was in this virtual reality, like, or if she was like having these weird nightmares about this demon, or if she's literally possessed. So like they play
I think
the camera. Yeah. So it plays with kind of like the virtual reality version of like how she went into the serial killer's mind, which is, I think, an interesting concept as itself. But like the camera and the special effects, I think, play to the strengths, because I haven't really seen anything like that before.
The pixelation, like when that's interesting. I think that knowing Neil Blomkamp, he'll probably use that as a misdirect. Like he'll have her tweaking out when they're in the real world, and she'll go all pixelated, and you won't know. It'll be kind of a tennis thing where you have no fucking idea what's happening.
Is she hallucinating, or is she, in a dream? Is she
or it's Inception
this for life?
Is it real or not? Yeah.
So that's kind of I think from that angle it looks pretty interesting, and I'm here for it.
I think this looks really good.
He did the Halo short film. I didn't know that. Neil Blomkamp or whatever his name is.
I don't think that got a lot of love.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
He did Chappie, Elysium. I think that was mentioned in the trailer. District 9, which I didn't really mind.
District 9 is good, and he's actually apparently working on District 10.
Really?
That shit was too slow for me. I didn't really enjoy that movie, but it is what it is.
It's the whole thing's an allegory for like apartheid. It's weird.
Sure.
But all right.
Damn it. Bow, 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 bow. I wanted to have my fucking video pulled up where it's me puking, unless you already have that queued up and I ruined the whole thing.
I don't have it on a computer anywhere. It only exists in text message form.
Mark's Mark's scouring the files because he made it.
I have it. I just wouldn't have it.
TJ made it.
I will absolutely make that a drop. But yeah, I saved the best for last. This is Jackass 4. The trailer came out for this. I was in the office all day and I wasn't really checking Twitter or anything. I couldn't believe that nobody sent this out to everybody I fucking knew, because I immediately, as soon as I saw it posted to the Discord, and everybody's like, "Oh my god,
they're back."
They look as dumb, except for Johnny Knoxville. He's more distinguished and dumb now because he stopped dyeing his hair. Do you know he went gray when he was like 20, and he's just been dyeing his hair black ever since.
Hilarious! I had no idea. Now it makes because he looks really good with it. He just had naturally silver hair, which was cool.
Yeah, that's what he actually looks like. Like when he did Dirt or Bad Grandpa or whatever, that was probably just like his natural hair color.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Obviously, there isn't really much that we can talk about in terms of plot for this or anything, but there's a lot of familiar faces.
It's new.
They are absolutely going to bring Jackass back now with all these new YouTubers and TikTok people. Eric Andre's in there for a little while. This is a lot of like internet personalities, and I think that they're going to keep Jackass going with this. But like Johnny Knoxville, he'll host instead of actually getting hit in the dick.
I was going to say, is this our last time that we're going to hear, "Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville and welcome to Jackass"? Probably not, because he's going to end up posting something, I would think.
We say that, then it's just like, fuck it, let's get the band back together and just throw some shit off of a balcony and into somebody's nuts. It's just like, yes.
I mean, okay, but think about it. It's kind of like, this is going to be a really weird comparison, but it's kind of like people who have extreme kinks. Like once you have super ridiculous, crazy adrenaline junkies. Once you go bungee jumping, you want to go fucking skydiving, and then you want to go squirrel shooting and fucking. And I just think they can't get away from it.
It's the Hurt Locker.
I agree.
Where, what's his face is Jeremy Renner's in like in the store, just like looking at grain cereal or non-grain cereal or whatever, and he's just like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna go defuse some bombs." That's them. They're bomb diffusers of just pure entertainment.
I think that's true though. Like Johnny Knoxville, if he was hosting something like this, they'd either look at him and be like, "All right, are you gonna try?" And he'd just, he'd be itching like, "I'm gonna fucking do it." Like he would end up involving himself.
As noted in the chat here, did you guys watch the Shark Week episode with Jackass crossover? I did. I was thrilled. Chris Pontius, Steve-O, and then they had two new guys. Forget the one guy's name, but the other guy's name was Poopies. Poopies gets attacked pretty aggressively. Actually, he has to like they're like in check. He breaks all the rules. But like Chris Pontius is in like peak form. He's going down in like a matador's costume that just like drives the shark crazy, but he just like does it so funny, and it's just perfect. It's what you wanted. I saw the trailer for Jackass 4 and I was like, I'll take anything Jackass. And then I saw Shark Week crossover. I was like, yeah, please. This is
I need to go find out I need to go find out if any of Jackass is streaming anywhere because I feel like I could sit down and watch a bunch of that right now.
That's a movie I actually would like want to purchase and just have in my file for like Amazon. Just like, oh yeah, you can watch it whenever you want. Because Jackass 1, 2, 3, 3.5, anything, always gold.
All
Dude,
right.
sharks aren't even that dangerous though. I went down a YouTube rabbit hole and all of a sudden it's like hippos, the most deadly animal. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I click it. Hippos kill about 3,000 people per year and sharks kill about 5. And
yeah,
but like I'm watching these
can also move on land. Sharks can't really do that. Hippos are fast as fuck.
Dude, they are fast. Nobody can outrun a hippo.
Somebody like in like one of those fan boats and a hippo is swimming after it and it's like keeping up with the fucking boat. It's terrifying, dude. I will not fuck with a hippo.
They
can
fuck
run
around
30 miles an hour.
Dude, you cannot outrun them.
No.
They just
what was
eat gators.
All, 2 things. One, Azrael has confirmed that I'm correct and fuck you. There are 5 issues and 1 shot. That is per Azrael an unbiased source. And second part, I will kick this off so you guys can think about it. What was your favorite thing from the Jackass trailer? Mine was very clearly the softball pitcher who nails a guy right in the dick, and immediately afterwards she's like, fuck yeah. Like she was so psyched, and I was like, yes, I can't wait to see this fucking movie.
It's gonna be amazing. Danger Aaron, I forget. Danger Aaron, I forget the guy's name. Aaron. In here, like on, if you look up the cast, it says his first name is Danger Aaron, Ehren. The guy who lost a tooth, the guy who pretends to be like a terrorist in the cab in the first one,
the guy at the end with the bear.
Yeah,
okay.
That where they literally in this one they like tie him to a chair and then drape honey all over him and put fresh salmon on him and then have a bear walk into the room and he's just like, fuck, it's just terrifying. Why would you ever do that? Jackass. I can't wait.
Either he is the best actor on the planet or he's fucking terrified.
Right.
There's no between on that.
Dude, I like the ones that are more of just like pranks instead of stunts where they'll like send the cameraman to go to a hot dog stand and it will like have like an inflatable fist that pops out and like punches them in the face. Like I love shit like that. Like the unexpected pranks they do.
Yeah, like the one in the hallway where they have like this love letter that it starts to get really small in the very end, and once they start to read that, they get like a punch in the face through the wall. It's so classic and so dumb and the best thing ever.
Dude, the funniest thing will always be it's farts and somebody getting hurt. Those always land.
Yes.
Always.
It's so organic. It's just all organic is what makes it so funny.
It really is. And man, I do like some of the setups where it's just like the completely obscure. So, for example, they did like the Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote thing where it's a backdrop that looks like you're still going and you just.
Oh my God.
I don't know why, but that makes me laugh so fucking hard.
It looked convincing. Like I was like, oh
perfect.
Shit.
Convincing.
It was perfect. I lost it for a second too.
All right. See, this is the issue with these kinds of movies where you're just like, you want to come talk about them, but all you can say is like, hey, remember that one funny part? And that's all you do for like an hour.
But then people that saw it realize and remember that part with us, and then they laugh in the car or wherever they're watching it or listening to.
I can't.
So good.
All right, I got some news for you guys. I'm going to fly through this because we're running kind of late.
Okay.
Jungle Cruise 2 has already been greenlit a week before its release date. That comes out this Friday, and we're already getting a sequel. So Disney thinks that it's going to be good.
Right. So we're still going to see the Green Knight over that, right? Or
I would like to.
Well, should we wait and see what the Green Knight? Ooh, look at that. Should we maybe see what the Green Knight gets? Oh shit! I can see the Green Knight right now. Is Green Knight out?
No, it's supposed to come out the 30th.
Oh, 29th. I'm good at reading. Not.
No. Yeah, moving on. Jordan Peele took to his Twitter account to share the first poster for his next movie called Nope. Apparently, it's about a killer cloud. I don't know. It's got Daniel Kaluuya, Kiki Palmer, and Stephen Yeun. Keke Palmer was in Scream Queens and the newer Scream TV show. Stephen Yeun obviously is Glenn in The Walking Dead. Daniel Kaluuya is one of the hottest actors out there right now. Yeah, I'll watch it. It's an ominous storm cloud, perhaps from space, which means aliens. And it's terrorizing a city of people. That's literally all we know about it.
I love Jordan Peele at horror. That genre. I don't know what it is. He like blends the horror and
just call
comedy
horror?
genre. He blends the horror and comedy genre like perfectly.
Blends that horror real good.
I swear you said, I love Jordan Peele, that whore. I'm like, what?
That slut. Sorry.
Yeah. That slut bag.
Fucking slut.
Dude, Jesse Plemons joined the cast.
Did he
What?
really? Oh my God.
In February
incredible.
2021, it was announced that Keke Palmer and Daniel Kaluuya had joined the cast with Jesse Plemons. Wait, the cast. Oh, fuck. While Jesse Plemons turned down a role in the film. God damn it. Fuck.
Dude.
Reading.
All hyped up like that.
Oh,
Here's the
word.
thing. Apparently,
This also, hang on, we got to go back to the Green Knight versus Jungle Cruise. Jesse Plemons is in Jungle Cruise, and he has a German accent, and I'm kind of here for it.
He's driving a submarine.
they really want to see Green Knight.
And I think we should probably do both. Maybe.
All right, we'll figure it out.
I'm seeing
Maybe
both. I don't give a fuck.
the next week and we can just do both 2 weeks in a row.
Dude, hold on.
There's not nothing coming next week. We've got movies out the rear end. But God,
Have you guys seen the movie poster for this? This might be fucking terrible.
That's literally what I said. Is the only thing that we know about it is that we saw the poster for it.
Did you see the poster, Brick?
no, of what?
For Nope?
Nope, I didn't see it.
It's just a cloud. Oh, hey, look.
Never mind. It's just funny that it's
Be here on YouTube. What's up, man? Thanks.
It's funny that it's called Nope, because if I saw this like walking out of my house, I would just be like, nope. And I'd fucking just walk back in the house, be like, I'm not going over there. Fuck that.
But that's like Nope is like the one thing that everybody says like in a movie theater when you're watching a scary movie. You're just like, nope, don't.
The lights won't turn on. You're like, nope.
Yeah, don't. Oh, should we split up and try and Scooby Doo this? Nope. Just stay together. Don't fuck around. Yeah.
I totally forgot this was even a bit in our news, but according to THR, Netflix is going to create a direct live action sequel to Army of the Dead. So
no
now
way.
do we have the prequel spinoff, the anime spinoff, but we also have a direct follow-up which tells you everything you need to know about how successful this movie was. It made money. Last bit of news, Mark, this is for you. Colin Farrell talking about his appearance as Penguin in the next Batman movie. I'm only in it for 5 or 6 scenes, so I can't wait to see it because it won't be ruined by my presence. I appreciate the self-deprecation. I get a little bit uncomfortable for the fucking 9 minutes I have, and the rest of it, I cannot wait to see how Ryan Reeves, director, brought this world to life. I'm a little disappointed because obviously Colin Farrell is a great actor, and I would love to see more of him, but maybe this is setting something up for down the road.
I just hope there's one villain that is the main focus. I don't like when movies go into like, all right, there's 2 villains, but there's other shit going on where you're going to get a little bit of this villain and a little bit of that. I hope it's mainly focused on Riddler. That's fine if Penguin shows up, and if Matt Reeves kills it and he does some follow-up movies, then hopefully we can get more of the Penguin. But I think Riddler is a cool villain to be doing a movie on.
Did I call him Ryan Reeves? Big country Ryan Reeves used to play for the Memphis Grizzlies. No big deal.
I don't know. I heard Matt Reeves.
My bad. No, Matt Reeves is correct, by the way. I just called him the wrong name, I think. All right.
Next week we will not be able to just like kind of parlay Green Knight in there because we have Suicide Squad.
And that's coming to HBO Max.
And then the following week is
Free Guy?
Free Guy, which can't miss that one. And Jungle Cruise comes out with Green Knight and Stillwater. Stillwater kind of looks pretty good. Matt Damon's like back. He's just like in all these different movies. He goes God.
I think that we definitely need to be more selective about the movies that we see. Like in a post-COVID world, I mean, think about it. When we were like in the middle of December, there was not shit to see, and we were still going to the theaters every week and trying to make shit work, and it all sucked.
Bad.
I think that we can still do episodes without having a movie to review, or even we could just go back to like a movie that we all love from like 10 years ago that nobody talks about anymore.
Yeah.
done seeing shitty movies that I have zero interest in, and we can start with fucking Snake Eyes.
We almost
Because I'm so glad we watched Pig instead of Snake Eyes.
Yeah, that was. You're welcome for forcing the issue because I was too lazy to go to a theater.
I want a little credit.
No credit. I just it's been out for what, 2 weeks now. I don't know.
Came out last Friday, I think.
Yeah.
I just thought if we're doing a new movie, it should be Snake Eyes because otherwise, it's what else came out this week. But
my hope is that if we all give it glowing reviews, that more people will go see Pig.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna give it a glowing review, really?
I will.
Okay.
All right. Let's do recommendations. I still have to. Oh wait, I was supposed to cut in the Lucille Bluth. I'll cut that in later. Recommendations. Brick, what have you been doing? Chivalry and
Ted Lasso is my recommendation. Like I said earlier, it's just so fucking well written and just heartfelt and just such a good show. It's funny. Just go watch it. If you start watching it by episode 2, you'll be like, damn it, why is that Ted Lasso so damn likable? And then you're just like absolutely sucked into the whole series. Season 2 came out this week, so fucking watch it. Peace.
Everyone says that about it, and it's just like at this point, I think it's been hyped up so much for me that I will never be able to enjoy it.
Yeah, doesn't matter. It's still season 1. Like season 2 just came out, and there's 1 episode out. It's still too early.
Yeah,
but yeah, you'll just like it because it's just good.
Okay, movies that made us came back for season 2, and this season they're doing Back to the Future. I think Pretty Woman, Jurassic Park, Forrest Gump.
Ooh, nice.
Some all-timers for people that are around my age, like Jurassic Park and Back to the Future came up before I was born, but I still like. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time. I will watch anything that they do about it. So what I hope is that they get a lot of Robert Zemeckis on there talking about how much he loved making it and how he refuses to ever do any kind of remake. For as long as he's alive, they will never do any kind of spin-off, remake, follow-up. Like he's done with it. So I'm always interested to hear what he says about something like that. Also, I started watching Wellington Paranormal, which is the spin-off of What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show. So it's kind of the same deadpan type stuff. It's basically, so it's police, but they're in this little shitty town in New Zealand, I want to say.
I love New Zealand. New Zealand, is it a comedy? Because New Zealand comedy is so funny.
It is. And it's so deadpan. It's so dry. It's basically like Reno 911 if it was the police were like following paranormal stories, like ghosts and aliens and demons and shit.
Wow.
It's pretty good. I've only watched 1 episode, but I'm already sold on it.
Fuck yeah.
I'm kind of pumped for the Forrest Gump episode of Movies That Made Us. Because I know there's like a bunch of fun facts about that movie. Do you know John Travolta turned down the role for Forrest Gump?
Thank God, by the way.
Dude, cool. It would have been such a different movie. And Tom Hanks's brother actually did a lot of the running scenes in there. I'm curious to see if they talk about that. I don't know. There's just so much in that movie that happens. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that we don't know about that they're going to talk about, which is cool.
I love shit like that, dude. I love the behind the scenes stuff. When they did the Home Alone one and they showed you like, what was it? The Wilmette High School where they just emptied the pool and built a set inside. I love shit like that.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, what have you been watching? I'm going to go take a piss. I'll be right back.
I just started the first episode of Demon Slayer. So before, I think it was on Hulu and it was completely subbed. So it's all subtitles. Now they have it dubbed on Netflix. So listeners, if you're looking for a new anime, I'm sure you've heard of this. It's basically about this kid that grows up in a small little village in Japan, and he gets some like groceries one day and finds out that there's demons and they need demon slayers. They need people to actually kill these demons. And it's pretty fucked up and depressing. It's kind of like Attack on Titan so far, in my opinion, but I'm enjoying it. So check that out. Demon Slayer, if you're into anime.
Dope. Sounds good. Should we get into our best man alive and we'll have Smithers kind of drop the drop? Mine kind of coincides with some of that.
Yeah.
Movies while we were, or what the hell is that thing called? Movies that made us.
Movies that made us.
Well, turns out that we were gonna have a Jurassic Park Fast and Furious crossover sooner than we think, people. There was a deleted scene, or it would have been a good crossover point. There was a deleted scene from Jurassic Park 3, like the 2001 version, where this raptors were chasing these kids off of a cliff, and then a raptor rides a dirt bike off the cliff to its death. So we would have had a clear reason for a crossover between the Fast and Furious series and Jurassic Park. And I'd have been here for it. Fuck it.
No, because then Dom Toretto comes in with his 1970 Dodge Charger and catches the raptor on the hood of the Charger, and the raptor survives, and then they time travel back to present day, and now there's dinosaurs all over the fucking place.
Perfect. But also, in the future, we would have Dom Toretto would be the raptor trainer instead of Chris Pratt. Come on, Blue. We're family.
I totally forgot that. Son of a bitch.
I could just see Tyrese like at the end of the movie, just like, look at this fucking raptor, dude. Look at his little baby hands. Then Dom looks over to him and he's like, hey, while he's handing him a Corona, the little raptor, he's like, he's family now. And the
Go big ass for it.
Yeah. Yeah. His hands will grow like our family is growing. I also want to shout out Second Star to the Right is the show that I've been producing every other Friday. It's a D&D actual play podcast set in the world of Peter Pan. We had 90 viewers at most in our chat on Friday, and it was awesome. It's a really good time, and the story's great. It's just heating up right now. It's a really good time. So if you're around 2 weeks from, so that'd be August 6th. We're not doing an actual episode, but it'll be a catch up from Joe, the DM, and Andrew, one of the producers. And then 2 weeks after that, we'll get right back into it for what I believe will be the 9th actual play episode. So it's a good time. Come check it out. Find it on Twitch at Second Star Show.
Shout out to Joe. I don't know if he thinks about it this way, but dude, this guy just puts so much time and effort into this. And it's like, I'm thinking catch up, like of how many episodes have you done so far? And they're all 3-4 hours. And Joe's going to actually go back, get his notes together again and recap everything. That's insane.
He's got a different kind of brain, man. His brain, like,
I love it.
Wants him to do that. Are we going to GaryCon this year?
I'm down for it.
I'd totally go. I've heard it's a really good time, and there's some people there that I would like to meet. That I've either spoken to online or that like sells cool shit, or like I just want to go there and play one shots. I think it'd be a really good time.
It's convenient being able to play. Like I'm getting the D&D itch now as this season of softball wraps up, and we've almost completely been slaughtered every game, and I'm kind of over it. But as I'm getting done with softball, I'm thinking about D&D, and it's like it's convenient being able to play online, but seeing Joe like go to Smuggler's Coffee and play with them, I'm like, damn, we should just do a one shot and all get together and play. We need to do that. Like I miss that shit.
He's moving soon, and he's gonna have enough room in his place. He's moving out to Arlington Heights, so we'll see.
Oh, nice.
I miss in-person D&D. I think it's like by the end of the day, my face hurts because usually we're laughing so hard because we're such fucking idiots. But it's D&D's such an incredible time.
Yes.
All right. Best man alive, correct?
Yep. Yeah, we already started.
What do you got, Mark?
Dude, I was just going to point out what the fuck is going on with Taco Bell right now. Supposedly everyone's freaking out on Twitter because there's a meat shortage. I've heard there's a chicken shortage. I didn't hear the beef thing, but now I'm just thinking, does this mean it's just a shitty meat shortage for Taco Bell? Like, are they just not making the shitty meat anymore for them?
It's a shortage in that prices are going up. So they're going to have a shortage because they're not willing to raise their prices to pass that cost along the consumer. Otherwise, you don't have a dollar menu anymore. It's kind of that's happening with a lot of things. I don't know what's necessarily causing like the produce or meat and poultry shortage, but everything else like semiconductors and shit like that, there's shortages across the world on that shit. That's why you can't buy a car right now without paying exorbitant prices. Yeah. Rick, you bought a car at the right fucking time. You could probably sell your car right now for more than you paid for it.
Mm-hmm. Really?
100%. It's until like probably Q2, Q3 of 2022. There's going to be a complete shortage of semiconductors for new vehicles, and now used vehicles are selling for more money. The housing market's also out of control. There's a lot of weird shit going on right now. So if your taco prices start going up, I don't know what to tell you.
The one takeaway I had from looking at these tweets, though, is just the amount of helplessness that people face. Like, these people are just helpless. Like, this Jenna girl is tweeting, for anyone craving Taco Bell tonight, I'll save you the drive. They don't have chicken or beef, national shortage or something. I just ate black beans in a hard shell. Was not worth it. Jenna, I'll tell you right now, if that happened to me, I'd get my Mountain Dew and just get over it and get back on the road. You don't fucking, you get a hard shell with black beans? Like, why are you doing that?
Go to fucking Chick-fil-A. What do you, well, it's Sunday. You can't go to Chick-fil-A. Go to Wendy's.
Imagine just being so helpless, just like, I don't know how to eat food. I need something, and getting a fucking
I need
black
Taco Bell
taco.
and Taco Bell only. Baja Blast will satiate my thirst.
I know. Go to the damn store. Tacos are so easy to make.
It's the worst thing I've ever heard. Oh my God.
I mean, it's not the same, and you know it's not the same, Brick.
It's usually probably better, but yeah.
What? You're an insane person.
Ashley makes my tacos. She's on point with the taco making. She literally just did my laundry and then made me meal prepped with taco meat and all of the stuff that I need to make tacos for the
She
week.
can make a cheesy gordita crunch. Doubt it.
Guaranteed she can make a cheesy gordita
Make me a
crunch.
Doritos Locos taco. Are you fucking kidding me, Mark? Brick?
That would be a little tougher, I think, if you had to make the shell. If she could buy the shell, then yeah, she could make it easily.
I want her like blending up Doritos
and then forming her own hard shell. Yeah, fuck that.
All right. I have another instance of someone who was trying to appear as though they'd been helping, but they clearly were not. If you've been following recently, there's been a lot of really bad flooding in Germany. Some historical type shit, like biblical Noah's Ark type floods. And I don't know what it is about these reporters who, they're like field reporters who go out and they feel the need to be shot on camera, like trying to fix something. Like a couple months ago, there was the girl who was like drilling plywood to like board windows up, but like you scrolled back and you would see somebody just with the camera taking pictures, so it was clearly for show. This woman's name is Susanna Olin. She works for Good Morning Germany, and she was seen rubbing mud all over herself before doing an on-air spot because one of the pictures, though, she had been helping with the cleanup. That is just a really bad look, and there's no apology that will get you out of that. You are just a bad person, and I know that you're going to say that you're sorry, and that's not who you are. That's exactly what she said, to be honest. She said she made a horrible mistake, and yeah, this is this should have never happened to me, aka I wish I hadn't been caught.
Dude, like, as a viewer, we don't expect this shit. Do you guys expect this shit? Do you expect to watch the news and be like, why isn't that news reporter, fixing that shed with that young man right there?
Fucking news reporter. Yeah. She's like an engineer.
We've seen all the bloopers, all the fucking outtake newscasts where fucking guys are getting spit in the face by a camel. They're like at a petting zoo, like shit like that. We see shit go wrong all the time with news reporters. We get it. If you don't want to involve yourself with what's happening around you, that's fine. Just report the news and be done with it.
Yeah, do your job. Like if I show up to work, they don't expect me to clean the toilets. Like I just go do my job and somebody else does their job. Exactly. You're not cleaning up the city. Just fucking report. You're a reporter.
Do your damn job. It reminds me of the time when all the riots were happening, and there was like a video of this Instagram user who wanted to get the followers, and she like had a hammer and like took a picture outside of a boarded up window, and then literally just like got back in the car and drove away. And then someone filmed the whole thing happening, and then she got like torched. But like, yeah, come on.
Good.
Yeah, I know, it's great. Just don't fucking even bother trying to get credit stolen valor for doing something. You're just don't do it and just be over it.
This is also kind of a product of what like the news does now, where they want you to see the chaos. We don't need somebody out in the field you don't need somebody out there to relay how bad shit is. Everybody's seen pictures. 170 people are dead. Like that's fucked up. And for you to be out there exploiting it basically it's not a good look.
Community.
I know I'm really going out on a limb there, but it's not a good fucking look.
Right.
No, I agree.
Shall we move on? Did I get
do
everybody?
I think
Okay.
We're good. We're an hour in. Let's do it.
The moment I've been waiting for. Gentlemen, this is the best movie I've seen in 2021. We originally were going to see Snake Eyes, the G.I. Joe movie, and honestly, it didn't look that appealing. And I suggested maybe we could watch Pig, and Brick backed me up, and here we are. So, Mark, you're really the odd man out here. Would you have been able to live with yourself had we skipped Pig, and then a week from now you had watched it and been like, it's beautiful?
Yeah, I would have been upset. I didn't really object to it once you guys said, okay, let's. Well, I did actually initially. I will say that because we were 2 weeks late watching it. Whatever. I'm glad we went back. We watched this movie. I thought it was great. I'm looking back at the 2021 movies. You might not be wrong, Smithers, because I mean there haven't really been that great of movies that came out, but this one was just above all. I think.
I was gonna say it's not just that, dude. Like this movie made me feel things. It is not at all what I expected when I was going into it. I thought it was gonna be like a John Wick style like revenge movie. It's not. Man, this will attack your heart. Like it will pull on your heartstrings. And anyone you've ever lost, you will think of them and you will fucking cry because this movie is sad as fuck.
Yeah, when I saw the trailer for this, and I was like, okay, I could see, Nicolas Cage, in Taken, but instead of the girl, it's just a pig. I have a very specific set of squeals.
Oh boy.
Oh Jesus Christ.
All right, I'll give you credit for that because
nothing like the trailer whatsoever. You see like this battered face, like he went and like killed 15 people to try and get his pig back. Nope, not what you expect at all. It's literally how they show the contrast of characters and balance it throughout the movie is so like it was off-putting because it was so like spot on. I don't know. It was weird. It was really well done.
All right, let me get the specifics out of the way, then we can get into what we thought of it. This is the directorial debut of a gentleman named Michael Sarnowski. I'm not kidding when I say that this should be in the contention for a lot of awards at the end of the year. And I think that it'll be original screenplay because Michael Sarnowski wrote this screenplay. I think that Nicolas Cage obviously deserves some kind of recognition. He was brilliant in this role. And I'm not being sarcastic or facetious at all. He had such range for someone who barely says any fucking lines.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is incredible. Should mention, obviously, we got to get to the cast. Nicolas Cage is your headliner. We've also got Alex Wolff with his big old role. Adam Arkin plays Alex Wolff's father. And honestly, everybody else was kind of just a background character except for the chef that he just.
Derek,
you want to cover this?
Me?
I don't know how you explain what he did to that chef in his own restaurant.
I think it's the most intense scene in the whole movie. So give the listener some background. We have this world-renowned chef from Portland, Nicolas Cage, kind of veers off, lives on his own in the forest. Shit happened to him in his life where he doesn't want to deal with people anymore. He has to go back, obviously, look for this pig, and he ends up going to this really what kind of restaurant would you call this? Contemporary.
Like
there you go.
In Chicago, like if you went to like a Linea.
Yes, very contemporary, fancy restaurant. And the head chef obviously recognizes him. This scene where they sit down and I knew Nick Cage could act like this, but I don't think people were expecting. They were waiting for him to like be Nick Cage and snap and start just murdering people. That does not happen in this movie. Spoiler, I guess. But the scene with Derek, the chef, I will remember for a long time, because the way he just gouges this guy and like is like basically telling him, you gave up on your dreams and you're going to tell me where my pig is, because you're just going to you're going to want to be done with this conversation.
And then Derek's like, ha, 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 oh shit.
Derek's doing everything in his power. Yeah.
Is the scene from Wolf of Wall Street where Matthew McConaughey is like sitting down and eating with Leo, and he's basically just like, he's eviscerating him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's telling him everything that you're doing is wrong. I don't know why I drew that conclusion, but okay. Mark, you're right to worry about spoilers here, because the last thing that I want to come out of this is that we spoil it and people don't go watch it. What I really want is for everybody to go see this fucking movie, because it's incredible. So that said, I think we do some setup. You know, obviously, if you've seen the trailer for this, Nick Cage has a truffle pig, which is a thing. Dogs are often used to sniff out truffles. These truffles grow on the roots of trees, and they can fetch upwards of $10,000 a pound. So if you have a pig, so pigs apparently have more sensitive noses than dogs do even. And if you have a trained pig, obviously you can make a lot of money finding truffles. Alex Wolff's character, Amir, is a guy who uses Nicolas Cage, this hermit, this recluse, who's out in the hills in Oregon. He gets his truffles from him, and then he goes and sells them to these fancy, trendy restaurants. I loved the way that not only does Nicolas Cage have conflict in this, Alex Wolff's character is at the beginning has zero nuance. And as you get to know him and you get to know his relationship with his father and what happened to the rest of his family, and again, like I'll say, this is a movie that is specifically about loss. This is the one time I'm going to say something nice about Alex Wolff. He was out of this world in this movie. His facial acting, his conveyance of going from I don't care douchebag and all I care about is money to this is why I have a really fucked up past, and this is the way that I feel about things, really was extremely relatable. He had several scenes where all he did was stare into the camera, and they were all not like, I didn't laugh at a single one of them, which is very rare for me, because they were all very poignant, and it was very clear that he was trying to digest what was going on around him and the after effects. And Brick, I feel like you're the one who is the least warm on this movie, and I want you to tell me, does anything that I'm saying resonate with you? Do you think that I'm like overreacting to this?
No, I was just doing that for just tension, building it up. I liked this movie too. It was not what you expect, and I think the factor of like, you expect this to be just a wild Nick Cage revenge movie, but then like he completely changes like how he's, I guess, portrayed in the movie, more or less, because he's just this hermit and he has nothing except for this pig. And I just liked how the dichotomy between Alex Wolff's character, who has all this stuff, has the nice car, has the nice house, but he can't like face the loss that he's dealing with currently. But he like he's enlightened by how Nicolas Cage like takes his experience, and it's just how it's way deeper than you think, and that you're like what you're getting into, and it's heavier, and it's just like
by a lot.
Wow. Yeah. You think Nicolas Cage is in a pig movie, a revenge pig movie. You don't think you're going to get this fucking level of emotion, and it was impressive.
Not just that, but the juxtaposition of that versus Nick Cage had it all. Like, his character in this movie had it all. He was the most famous chef in the city. Like, everybody knew him. He could get in anywhere. And he suffered a loss, and that drove him basically to madness, to the middle of nowhere. And I think once Alex Wolff's character realizes that, he kind of starts to question some of the things that he's held as important in his life.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, I can't explain it. I can't explain why this movie spoke to me the way that it did. I don't generally watch movies like this that are supposed to make you feel I don't know, like bring up memories of loss or prior loved ones or whatever. Like I don't generally see that, and the way that they did this movie, honestly, it was beautiful. It was the way it was done, everything about it. This is I don't I'm struggling to find anything bad to say about this movie.
It's original.
Yeah,
It was incredibly original. That's especially considering what you thought you were getting when you went into it and what you actually got. Yeah, this is a one of a kind movie.
I'm happy this movie came out because I'm with all the movies that Nick Cage has been doing recently, Jiu-Jitsu and movies like that, where he's just over the top. Mandy I thought it was a great movie. A lot of people love that movie, but I don't think critics really felt that way because you get over the top Nick Cage going absolutely berserk. And this was the complete opposite, but still had that tension in his character to where it's like, hey, you think I'm always just the joke, but now like look at this fucking performance I put on. Like I can do other shit, and I'm just glad he was able to put out a movie like this. It's like really a fuck you to critics.
At how many times during this movie were you just waiting for him to like reach out and stab somebody, and he never does?
No, and I was glad it didn't happen.
No, it added so much to the drama and the effect and the way you feel, and it's honestly, man, like I can't say enough about this.
Yeah, Alex Wolff was great too. I think his best performance was Hereditary. I think you might not agree with that, but there were scenes in Hereditary where the dinner scene, like him with what's her name? Why am I blanking on her name?
Toni Collette.
Toni Collette. That scene right there. That's like, holy fuck. How do you even act in a situation like that? Like this dude can act. We just give him a lot of shit because sometimes I guess his mole pisses us off. But yeah, he was outstanding in this movie.
And you know what? The funny thing about that is that mole is going to make him so much fucking money because it's so distinctive. It's like Cindy Crawford. Like you think of Cindy Crawford, she's got the beauty mark. Like it's a trademark. He could have a logo, just like a smiley face with a big fucking mole right there, and I'd be like, yeah, that's Alex Wolff.
I can't wait for him to be in the next Austin Powers 4 with Fred Savage, and then like his son would be Alex Wolff. That'd be fucking amazing.
His mole is real. Guacamole. Okay, I should shut up about this movie because I've been gushing over it for the whole time. Is there anything that you guys did not enjoy about it?
I guess it was a little slow to begin with, but it's only because you expect a certain amount of Nick Cage crazy, and then the more you're sitting there, the more you realize like you're not going to get that, but you're going to get something way different, and I'm here for it. So I don't know. I guess that's about it. It's a little bit of a slow burn, maybe.
So the movie's 90 minutes, and it absolutely could have been shorter, but also I think that they were pushing it to get it above 90 minutes.
Right.
There's a lot of scenes that are just like scenery or like dramatic buildup. At most, I would say this movie could have been like 10 minutes shorter, but I do agree with you at some points, especially in the first act, you're like, all right, get to it.
Exactly. But go ahead, Mark.
I think I would have liked to, even though we see Nick Cage as like this mysterious, very quiet, kept himself kind of person now, dealing with whatever he's dealing with, with his wife. I would have liked to see a look at the significance of the pig, because we know the pig is important, and we find out that it was like he just loved the pig. He loved having that pig there. And I wish they would have gave us a look into why the pig was so significant and important to him, and they don't really tell us. They don't have to tell us that, but they don't really show us why.
Turn around. No one's trying to say goodnight to you. And by the way, I think that they did do that.
Did they?
I mean, obviously it's an opinion thing. So if you don't feel that they address that, then obviously you're correct as well. But I don't feel that way. Like I feel you see this hermit who obviously needs his pig. Like he's so desperate to get this pig back. The only if there's a catchphrase of this movie, it's I want my pig back. Like that's all he can. That is his singular focus. I feel like in the place of, you find out what happened with the woman that he loved, kind of, and you find that he's probably trying to fill that hole. And I feel as though Apple, which was the pig's name, is the one who filled that hole.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I was thinking like, oh, did he raise this pig with his wife, or I don't know. I get that, like, having, if you don't want to deal with humans anymore, have a best friend that's an animal, a dog or a pig in this case. But I don't know. I just thought maybe they could have showed us like some other look into why the pig was so special to him.
Well, the
You
specific
wanted like a John Wick moment where it was his wife, his dead wife, who gave him the dog.
Yeah, something like that. Exactly.
But the connection there is that he is a, like, you know, world-renowned chef, and truffle mushrooms are like the creme de la creme of like cooking. You're like, oh, we're to use this a pound of this is $10,000. Like, you're to use this. The flavor is immaculate. Blah blah blah. So it makes more sense that it would be a pig than just like a man's best friend dog when it comes to like the chef connection.
Mm-hmm.
If you've seen the trailer for this or you've heard the synopsis, I promise you it's not just about a guy looking for his pig. I cannot recommend this movie heavily enough. I'm going to try to get my wife to watch it. I know she never will because she fucking hates Nicolas Cage.
But it is him just looking for his pig.
It is.
That is what drives him,
but
that's not what the movie is about.
But the whole progression of the whole movie is because he's looking for his pig. Every scene that happens is due to his goal of getting the pig back.
All right, sure. That's not the point of the movie, though. The point of the movie is dealing with loss.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to shut up about this now because I've already been talking too much. You guys got anything else to add?
See it.
No. See it.
Absolutely a see it.
Triple see it. Gold stamped by the chumps.
This is my gold star movie of the year thus far. We're almost 7 months through the year. This is the best movie I've seen, and it's not particularly close. I think the second best movie might be like Mitchell vs. Machines or Ryan and the Dragons, something like that. But like, we haven't had that much this year. This is the best movie of the year. If Nick Cage doesn't get some best actor consideration for this, I will kill myself.
Yeah, no, I could see him getting snubbed, to be honest.
Dude, him and Alex Wolff as supporting actor, honest to God, like best original screenplay. I seriously, the direction was okay. It was a lot of, honestly, just like handheld cam. It doesn't matter. It doesn't, because it's not about, this isn't like a spectacle of a movie. This is just a beautiful story to be told. Okay, now
it's got Nick Cage. It's got Nick Cage in it.
Mark, plug some stuff.
Dude, I don't really have anything to plug. What can I plug?
Your butt.
I didn't do one last week because I was pretty sick. Yeah, I'll probably put one out this week. Oh, I'll plug this. I've been working on my top 30. One thing I think I'm pretty good at is picking out covers that I think are going to be hit within the comic book community, like variant covers and shit like that. Yeah, that will sell. And I just listed my 30 top covers so far in 2021. And I think it's pretty cool being able to see like sick ass looking comic books that have come out this year. So I'm putting that list together. Yeah.
Can you tell me, like, is there a common artist?
Yes, there is. For me, a lot of it, actually, I tried not to do too many of the same artists. Clayton Crane is killing it. I have Dustin Wynn with a cover, but Lee Bermejo has been doing a lot of the Detective Comics variants, and he is
his name Lee Bermejo or Lee Bermejo?
Lee Bermejo.
Okay.
First name Lee, last name Bermejo.
Got it. Just wanted to make.
He kind of has like an Alex Ross type style. It's a little bit more dark because he does a lot of Batman. But then you have like Francisco Mattina and guys like that. I don't know. I have $30 here, and there is a vast amount of different artists for them.
All
So
right. Look forward to it.
Keep an eye out for that.
Our D&D stream, there's a 50-50 shot we'll be back this Tuesday night. Our DM is moving. If we're not back this week, we'll be back next Tuesday night around 7:30 p.m. Central. We would love to hear from you. So if you don't like to call people, which I get because I don't like to call people, I don't like to talk on the phone, you can text us at 847-920-6107. If you are a talker, you can leave us a voicemail. Chances are we'll play it on the show, unless you're just telling us that we're all fucking idiots, which is pretty possible. What else do we plug? That's it. Our merch is at chumpcast.com. Tell a friend. Leave us a review on iTunes. Those 5-star reviews actually help a lot. It helps a lot of people find us, which is hard to do. And I guess until next time.
Jumps out, motherfuckers. Peace.
Mahalo.
Rick, how much money would I need to pay you to lick Alex Wolf's mole?
$4. He's still muted. He can't hear you.
I think he said free 50.
I think he said free. Yeah, free 99.
I said tree fitty.
About 350.